जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरवरधारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरवरधारी। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन। यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन। यमुना तीर वनचारी। यमुना तीर वनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Jai Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan, Radhe. Jai Jai Jagannath, Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra. Jai Gauranitai, 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 Jai Gauranitai. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajagacharya Stotra Satabhai Charnarvind Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Iskcon Pratishtata Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parivrajagacharya Stotra Satabhai Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Goswami Prabhupada ki Jai Anant Koti Vaishnavrind ki Jai Namachal Das Thakur ki Jai Granthara Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai. Hare Krishna. So we are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 10, Canto 5, chapter 10, the discussion between Jada Bharat and Maharaj Raghuna. There is a summary of this chapter. I will read this. In this chapter, Bharat Maharaj, now Jada Bharat, was successfully accepted by King Raghuna, ruler of the state known as Sindhu and Sauvira. The king forced Jada Bharat to carry his palanquin and chastised him because he did not carry it properly. A carrier of King Raghuna's palanquin was needed, and to fulfill this need, the chief carriers found Jada Bharat as the most likely person to do the work. He was therefore forced to carry the palanquin. Jada Bharat, however, did not protest this proud order but humbly accepted the job and carried the palanquin. While carrying it, however, he was very careful to see that he did not step on an ant. And whenever he saw one, he would stop until the ant has passed. Because of this, he could not keep pace with the other carriers. The king within the palanquin became very disturbed and chastised Jad Bharata with filthy language. But Jad Bharata, being completely freed from the bodily conception, did not protest. He proceeded carrying palanquin. When he continued as before, the king threatened him with punishment, and being threatened by the king, Jada Bharat began to talk. He protested against the filthy language used by the king when the king chastised him. And the king, hearing the instructions of Jada Bharat, was awakened to his real knowledge. When he came to his consciousness, he understood that he had offended a great, learned, and saintly person. At that time, he very humbly and respectfully prayed to Jad Bharat. He now wanted to understand the deep meaning of the philosophical words used by Jad Bharat, and with great sincerity he begged his pardon. He admitted that if one offends the lotus feet of a pure devotee, he is certainly punished by the trident of Lord Shiva. So now we'll read the text one and text one. Sri Sukha Uvacha Atah Sindhu Sovirapate Rauganasya Vrajata Ikshumatyastate Tatkulapatinaam Sivika Vaha Purusan Veshan Samaye Daive Nopasaditah Sadvijavara Upalabdha Esa Piva Yuva Sahananango Gokaravaduram Vodhumalamiti पूर्वविष्टि गृहीते सहगृहीत प्रसभ मतदरः वाह शिबिकां महानुभाव. The translation. Sukadeva Goswami continued, my dear king, after this, King Raghugana, ruler of the states known as Sindhu and Sauvira, was going to Kapilashram. When the king's chief palanquin carriers reached the banks of the river Ikshumati, they needed another carrier. Therefore, they began searching for someone, and by chance they came upon Jada Bharat. They considered the fact that the Jada Bharat was very young and strong and had firm limbs. Like cows and asses, he was quite fit to carry loads. Thinking in this way, although the great soul Jada Bharat was unfit for such work, they nonetheless unhesitatingly forced him to carry the palanquin. Text 2. यदा हि द्विजवरस्येषु मात्रावलोकानुगतेर्न समाहिता पुरुषगतिस्तदा विषमगतां स्वशिबिकां रौगन उपधार्य पुरुषा नदिवहत आह एवोढार साध्वतिक्रमत् किमिति विषय मुह्यते यानमिति. So here we will see what word meaning. Yada, when, he certainly, Dvijavarasya of Jada Bharata. Shri Shri Gauranitai ki jai. Shri Shri Radha Madan Mohan ji ki jai. Shri Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra ki jai. Of Jadabhata, Isumatra, the measurement of an arrow 3 feet ahead, Avalok Anugateha, from moving only after glancing, Na Sammita, not united, Purusagatihi, the movement of the carriers, Tada, at that time, Visamagatam, becoming uneven, Swasi, she become his own palanquin, Rahugana, King Rahugana, Upadharya, understanding, Purushan, unto the man, Adivahatah, who were carrying the palanquin, Aha, said he, oh, Odhara, carriers of the palanquin, Sadhu, Atikramata, please walk evenly so that there will not be bouncing. Kim iti, for what reason? Visman, uneven, uyate, is being carried. Yanam, the palanquin, iti, thus. Translation and purport is by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. The palanquin, however, was very erratically carried by Jada Bharata due to his sense of non-violence. As he stepped forward, he checked before him every 3 feet to see whether he was about to step on ants. Consequently, he could not keep pace with the other carriers. Due to this, the palanquin was shaking, and King Raghugana immediately asked the carriers, why are you carrying this palanquin unevenly? Better carry it properly. Purport. Although Jada Bharat was forced to carry the palanquin, he did not give up his sympathetic feeling toward the poor ants passing on the road. A devotee of the Lord does not forget his devotional service and other favorable activities, even when he is in a most distressful condition. Jada Bharat was a qualified Brahmana, highly elevated in spiritual knowledge, yet he was forced to carry the palanquin. He did not mind this. But while walking on the road, he could not forget his duty to avoid killing even an ant. A Vaishnava is never envious or unnecessarily violent. There were many ants on the path, but Jara Bharat took care by looking ahead 3 feet. When the ants were no longer in his way, he would place his foot on the ground. A Vaishnava is always very kind at heart to all living entities. In his Sankhya Yoga, Lord Kapil Dev explains Surada Sarvadehinam. Living entities assume different bodily forms. Those who are not Vaishnava consider only human society worthy of their sympathy. But Krishna claims to be the supreme father of all life forms. Consequently, the Vaishnava takes care not to annihilate untimely or unnecessarily any life form. All living entities have to fulfill a certain duration for being encased in a particular type of material body. They have to finish the duration allotted a particular body before being promoted or evolved to another body. Killing an animal or any other living being simply places an impediment in the way of his completing his terms of imprisonment in a certain body. One should therefore not kill bodies for one's sense gratification, for this will implicate one in sinful. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं पातमहं वन्दे श्रीदीनतारणं परमानन्दमाधवम् seeking the blessings of all Vaishnavas sitting here. I would like to speak on the text given to me as service to the Lord, for pleasing to the Lord and for service to the Vaishnavas. So, we see here, just like we have been hearing the story of Bharat Maharaj becoming deer in next life and again taking birth as Jada Bharat. Jada Bharat, he remembers his past lives and does not want to do any mistake in this life. As a Jada Bharat, he is situated spiritually in a very highly elevated position. As Prabhupada mentioned, even though he faced one after another challenges of being killed before goddess Kali by dacoits and now forced to carry palanquin by the servants of King Rahugana. But he did not protest and did not mind it also. On the contrary, demonstrated great qualities of Vaishnava, Paramahansa, Bhagavata, Vaishnava. This is what there, the character of Bharat, Jada Bharat. Prabhupada says, Surdam Sarva Dehinam. He was very sympathetic feelings towards not only human beings. He is never envious. Even to the ants, he was sympathetic. He was never envious or unnecessary violent towards anyone, including ants or other species, not only human. So, and Prabhupada says, Jada Bharat was a kind-hearted person because no envy and very sympathetic person, sympathetic feelings there. And we also say, Krishna ji, Surda Sarva Dehinam. So, it also in Bhagavad Gita say, Advaishta Sarva Bhutanam Maitra Karuna Evacha. So, one has to be non-envious, Sarva Bhutanam, not only human beings, Sarva Bhutanam, Maitra Karuna Evacha, compassionate, sympathetic behavior should be there actually. And that's why Prabhu says, Nirvairam. He is not even with dealings with enemy, he deals with nicely, not in envious way. That is Nirvairam. He was not having any vairi or what we call enviousness to with any person actually. And also he does not forget devotional service and other favorable acts which supporting to devotional service. It's like preaching work and all other. Is also it's a devotional and supporting preaching to others and distributing books, prasadam also all favorable for devotional services. Or even in distressed condition, not simply okay everything is nice, prasadam is nice, health is nice, then I'll practice devotion. Not like that. Even in distress, they were taking to kill him before goddess Kali. He was he was always completely absorbed in thoughts of Krishna, and even he was just sitting idle there in what is called agriculture field. They took him, and here also he was sitting. They came, servants of the king Rahugana. They took him. Okay, use him for carrying the palanquin. So, and he did not protest and did not mind it also. And and he was just like, because it's a Bhagavad Gita, Mahatma Nam Partha Devim Prakritim Asrita. Because he was situated in Devi internal potency of the Lord. That is, and Bhajanti Ananya Manaso Gyatva Bhutadim Avyayam. So this position is very rare to get. Mahatma Bhunam Janmanamante Yanavan Mam Prapadyate Vasudeva Sarvamiti Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha. Becoming Mahatma is not ordinary. And he always engaged in welfare activities of living beings, means not killing ants also, and never thinking of harming anyone. These are the qualities of Mahabhagavata, which is we see in the reflected in the Jada Bharata actually. Even and also welfare activities means in future in next we'll see how he do good for King Rahuguna also. He was abusing him, filthy language using towards him, but he did good for it actually. This is, and and Lord, that's why we see Lord uses his uh, close uh, devotees for welfare activities. He uses Arjuna, so that Bhagavad Gita can come out, so that people get benefited. Parikshit Maharaj, Bhagavatam has come out. We are getting benefited actually with them actually. And Jada Bharat, to take Krishna conscious seriously and tolerate to any extent, then only we will be serious. What is the seriousness? We have to tolerate. Tolerate like Tarorapi Sahisnuna. So tree tolerates, but it's not that. Tolerate also has different phases actually. Tree tolerates and but give never protest, never mind, and give fruits to others. This is the tolerance. Tolerance can be understood in different. One is called frustrated tolerance. I am tolerating out of frustration. That is not tolerate at all actually. He was not frustrated at all actually. How can we tolerate non-frustrated way? One has to forgive and tolerate. One has to forget and tolerate. One has to be compassionate and tolerate. One has to be loving and tolerate. That is real tolerance. There are different degree of tolerance. Here is just very compassionate towards us, very loving towards us, and tolerate actually. And there are many other qualities of Mahabhagavata. We are not going to, because whatever is highlighted here by Prabhupada, we are discussing on that. So all good qualities come. Where from all these qualities coming? Because he has firmly realized Krishna's transcendental nature, his supremacy, his all-pervading energies, and his kind nature, Bhakta Vasalta. One who knows about Krishna, then one can get all these qualities. Because qualities, how can we get? Just by knowing Lord more and more. That qualities. and and also is firmly convinced of his spiritual identity. Jivere Swarupa Krishna Nitya Das. And after knowing what to do, always take shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord. That is what, after knowing Krishna and after knowing our identity, after knowing our relationship with the Lord, what is to be done? We have to take shelter of the Lord's lotus feet. And he was fully dependent. That is the next what comes. When we come to temple, it's not only just coming to temple and knowing, yes, what Lord is, but we should know what is our relationship with the Lord. We should know our identity. We are not independent. We are dependent. And we have to know. In past, we have did so many mistakes, offenses. We are now become offender. There is no course, only to surrender to Him. There is no other course. And when we are fully dependent on Lord, just like He, the Lord reciprocates by giving all protection in all circumstances. Lord knows what is good for us better than knowing we know ourselves, and we know what to do. Ananyas chintayanto mam yajana paripachate tesam yoga viptanam yoga kshemam vahamyam. So these are the qualities of Jad Bharat, Vaishnava or Mahabhagavata. And so we may say also, what is a big deal in it? Because Jadabharat was remembering his past life. So if we also know, like Jadabharat, our past life, we can also practice like that. Is it okay? Not. We think that because we don't remember what is our past life. But if we know, we can also practice like that. Sorry. When we took birth in the womb, we were given our past life memories. And we were been reminded. And after seeing our past life, we pray to the Lord. We promise to the Lord, when I come out, I will take shelter of you. I will do your service, take devotional service seriously. That everyone has done. Everyone. This is the opportunity given by Lord to everyone. And but after coming out, we forgot what is our promise. That is ungrateful nature actually. Once any promise is given and not maintaining this promise. Because we saw our past was very horrible. Not like Jadbharat was practicing and failed. But we never practiced, but we did horrible things in our past. And because of fear of that horrible acts, we pray to the Lord, no, this time I want to do devotional service to you. But this, in this case of Jadbar, it is not like that. He was remembering his life, past life, dear. He made mistake. He was not doing any sinful acts or illicit acts or something like. He was not doing any. He was doing only just he got attached to the deer and also serving the deer. That's all. And even as a king, Bharat Maharaj, he was very nice practicing Krishna consciousness. He was remembering. So his past was full of hmm, all good, means pious acts. Not only pious acts, devotional acts. Some mistakes happen. That's all. And so this is the actually what Jada Bharat carrying the faith, knowing that separate his identity, spiritual identity, and taking shelter, depending upon him. What is that? That this faith is required to move forward in Krishna consciousness. So this is the faith one has to have on the path of Krishna consciousness. Then all good qualities and good behavior uh, develop automatically just by uh, having this faith. Once Prabhupada was in India, uh, in Delhi somewhere, so he met one of his friend or like that in post office, Arya Samaji. He told Prabhupada, why we need to know the Lord? We can be a good person, gentle person, kind to everyone, and should not harm anyone. Like that, whatever qualities we have seen and do welfare activities. Prabhupada says, without knowing Krishna, you will not be kind. You will not be having good with the qualities. You cannot serve human because that is the reason. Uh, Only by what is our swabhava is when we connect back to Krishna, then only our natural swabhava will come. Otherwise, this is all superficial. Just like gratitude, also, when we practice, those who are not uh, accepting Krishna as the Lord, or they some imaginary form or impersonalist, they also use this gratitude. Oh, we should be grateful to others. We should be good to others. We do good, serve to others. Then they become the center of their life, not Krishna. That is the point. And Krishna consciousness means we have to bring Krishna in our center. That is the difference. So, all good qualities without Krishna's mercy, all are superficial or qualities. Anytime the person can change also. And that too, he want to take advantage of that good qualities. He want to take benefit of that qualities. He want to take credit of that qualities. Here, when we become devotees, we are not interested in taking credit of those things. Whatever credit comes, we just want to pass on. Lord, by your mercy only, I'm getting all these things. So, and I want to just please you. That is the only way that one can. And that's why he says, no, faith is required. Without faith. Asraddha dhana purusha dharmasyasya parantapa aprapya mam nivartanto mrityu sansara vartmani. If you don't have faith, then we cannot practice dharma also. And aprapya mam will not get to Lord. Nivartante. Huh? Mrityu sansara, we again come back again and again in Mrityu sansara. In Bhavsagar, we come again and again actually. So that we should have faith without any doubt. Sansay rahit. It should be, not any doubt. If you are doubting means, then we cannot have full, firm faith actually. That we should have faith in Krishna. We should have faith in Vedic literature. We should have faith in the process given to us. We should have faith in spiritual master. All this faith in all, not only in Krishna. So, whatever faith, path we are following, we should have faith. Otherwise, we'll be doubting and we'll be selecting, oh, this part I will practice, this I will not practice. That is what is normally happens also. We select which is easy, we'll practice, which is hard, we'll keep it aside. That goes on actually. But that faith means firm faith. Whatever is told has to be sure. By default, we not only forgot our spiritual identity, who we are. That is not only one part. Jada Bharat, he was remembering who he was spiritually he was knowing it. But we forgot our spiritual identity. Not only that, we are ignorant of what is good, what is our true interest, what is good for us. That is also we don't. We not only ignorant, we are foolishly ignorant because what is good for us actually. Because of misusing our free will. Jada Bharat never misused free. And he made little mistake. But we not only made mistake, we made repeated mistake and did misdeeds. And we did repeated misdeed and we did mischief. And thus we became miscreant actually. This is the situation. Present situation is this only. We cannot compare with Jada Bharat. Our position is very horrible actually. So we have to start in different way, not like in Jada Bharat way. I can also no, not so. So in that case, and Krishna says also, Mame vanso jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana manasashtani indriyani prakrutistani kartati. With our mind, intelligence, senses, and then we are struggling here. Even though Mame vanso jiva loke jiva bhuta, all jiva bhuta, not only human beings, all species are his part and parcel. Surdam sarvadehinam. अद्वैष्टा सर्वभूतानाम ममे वांसो जीवलोके जीवभूत सनातन everyone, not only human beings. So here in the purport says some people want to kill animals and all this, they think that there is no sin in it. No, there is a sin. It is a sin. No, will implicate one in sinful activity. One should therefore not kill bodies for one's sense gratification. Even in general, killing also sinful, but for sense gratification, it's a much bigger sin. So, so what is this? There is actually a chance of our getting back to our original identity. Brahmanda Brahmite Kona Bhagyavan Jiv Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Lata. Only by the mercy of Guru and Krishna that only we can get this seed, and we got all the seed also. So but we have to fructify it. We have to grow the seed properly. That is the only challenge in our life. And that what happened, because even in seed we have seva ki anicha, uninterested in serving. This is our present condition, uninterested. That's why we became disobedient. And sambandh ki upeksha, not interested in keeping relationship with the Lord. That's why lost faith in him. Disobedient, faithlessness is there. This is there. Seva ki anicha, sambandh ki upeksha, neglected the relationship. Not only that, because of that, and we got covering of avidya over and above that. No, we don't know our separate ID we have created, has been given to us. Bhumirapono vayukhamano buddhirevacha ankarityame bhinna prakritirastadha aparem tu istattvanya jiva bhutam mahabhavo. All these are separate body, 5 elements, gross body, 3 subtle body, and but this jiva bhutam aparem tu istattvanya, but living entities is aparem. So we not only have separate ID, we developed a separatist mentality. This is the big problem with us. Oh, we say, I am not this body, I am spirit soul. But we are not maintainable. Because unless the separatist and mentality is curbed, we cannot understand, we cannot come to the platform that I am this, not this body, I am spirit soul. This is, and why the separate? We developed avanchit ichhaएं, avanchit apekshaएं. undesirable, unwanted desire and unwanted expectation. Undesirable expectation. After सेवा की अनिच्छा, संबंध की उपेक्षा, now we developed अवांछित इच्छा, अवांछित अपेक्षा. There's a further development happened actually. We misused our free will, further distanced away from Lord. One is only I don't know, forgot. Simple. No, after forgetting, we have further uh, misutilized our freedom. And what happened? We developed so much corrupted mentality. That is fruitive mentality, doership mentality, envious mentality, self-centered mentality, prideful mentality, selfish mentality, and deceitful mentality, cruel mentality, rebellious mentality, sinful mentality. This is not allowing us to sustain that I'm not this body, I'm spirit soul. Unless we curb this mentality properly and purify it mentally, actually. We are like a gone case. But, and we forgot completely because of separate, not only separate identity, separatist mentality. Jadabharat is not having that problem. He is not, he is having completely knowing the spiritual identity. He is situated in that place. So, but we forgot. But Lord never forgets us. That is Lord. That is His merciful nature. That is His kindness. That is His compassion. That is His Mahavadanyata. He wants to recover us back again. We forget, but Lord never forgets us. So, in His most compassionate incarnation, in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because He was seeing people are not interested coming back, what to do? Something more has to do. Something more. Lord has to become more compassionate, more compassionate. Because then as the Kali Yuga progress, Lord has to become more compassionate only. Because they are not interested at all. Because mentality is so corrupt. Even we say, I am not this body, not maintainable. Mentality has to be cured. He has given all of us the opportunity to rectify not only the mistake, but also misdeed, mischief, our miscreant nature. Complete package He has given actually by tolerating it. You have to tolerate. There is no other way. There is no other way. Regretting, repenting, rectifying, reinstating, uh, and praying for Lord, begging to Lord actually. Uh, so, and this golden opportunity is available to all of us in His golden avatar. This is golden opportunity. We have never we got this opportunity. Not in future we do. This opportunity is available. To whatever extent we might be fallen, we can come back. But we have to tolerate. Tolerate. Not like Jad Bharat. Simply, we have to regret for our mistake. Repent for it. Rectify it. Reinstate it. And become faithful. And become obedient. And glorify Lord. This is the thing we have to do. Nothing else we can. What is there in our capacity, nothing more is there. This is a golden opportunity is there. And we have to prepare ourselves for completely surrendering. If we are not preparing for surrender, we will not be getting full benefit at His lotus feet. Ainandatanuja kinkaram patitam mam visame bhavambudu kripaya tava pada pankaja stita dhuli sadrisam vichintaya. Please consider. Just I am so fallen, and though I am I'm your servant, Kinkaram, but I'm so fallen. Please consider me a dust particle in your lotus feet. And fully depending on Him for His mercy only. We don't have any say in our case, only in mercy. And praying for it, begging for it, and chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. This is the only. Thank you very much. Please forgive me for my offenses or anything spoken out of beyond my realization. Any questions, any comments?
Thank you, Prabhuji, for a wonderful explanation. At how Jadbara situation we can apply in our life. In that
Please.
lecture, one point you were mentioning that without being connected to Krishna, our quality cannot stay, or that quality is misused. Like people have good qualities, but they misuse them. So, that connecting with Krishna is at what level? Because many people now we go outside, many pious people. So they say, we also accept Krishna as God. They also have good qualities. But then we come to temple, we see devotees sometimes not having those qualities. That comparison comes. So how do we understand that one is connected with Krishna?
So, that is called we know Krishna. Some people cultivate qualities without knowing Krishna also. They are behaving well. Sometimes we say those people are very good, then our duty is something not behaving well actually. Sometimes this question may come also. But Lord says no, apiche saduracharo bhajate mam mananya bhak sadhureva samantavya. This is also one else about that. In the beginning, it's him like that, but devotee has to strive for that. Not only that I am chanting, because chanting is offensive chanting means increasing more offenses, no? So that's why the focus is then offenseless chanting. When we do offenseless chanting, definitely qualities. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu specifically mentioned, so Trinadapi Sunichena, Tarorapi Saisnuna, Amanina, Manadena, Kirtaniya Sad. Then only one can do Kirtan always. So at neophyte stage, we can say that is chanting, but what type of chanting, what type of association, whose shelter is taking, what type of hearing he is having, all this question may come. So once a devotee means even neophyte, all advanced, all in taken in one group only. But we have to separate it out. See, those are just even that may possible with what intention has taken. Okay, without any motive, also one chant name, you will get good benefit. But if one is not chanting to revive its relationship back with Krishna, then good qualities will not be. One can deliberately be, I can be humble. His show of humble is not real. And what outside people are doing, they want to neglect Lord and show qualities. Then they become the center of their life. So they'll be using for their purposes credit only. That is again that fruitive mentality developing is or there or not, and doership mentality increasing or not. And at times comes that things will not go properly. They have helped someone, but he has against that person. Then they develop envy against that person also. At times comes, then that qualities may also come to them because they are they are not serving the Lord. That's the begging. Seva ki anicha, sambandh ki upeksha. Disobedience and faithlessness. This is the point is there, our beginning point. So because of that, temporarily a, a scoundrel or something, he can behave nicely. Sometimes it happens not to see that. Sometimes in a temple like atmosphere, a person may come, a thief, a dacoit may come like behave like a devotee also. It's possible. So we cannot say huh, with what purpose he has come. It is there in the past also, so many people. But if they are sincere, they change themselves, seeing the devotees. But they come with a different motto, then that is a different thing. But their behavior is like not better than the devotees. Surrender to devotees. But what is there in their mind? What ultimately the question comes, what you want? Qualities means after taking qualities, what you want actually. I want to become great. I want to show the people that I am so great. I am your well wisher. I am compassionate. I am so kind hearted person. That's why some philosopher has in the past they tell that what to do. Forgive the Lord. Because Lord also has limitation of what to do. This type of philosophy already emerged in past also. So ultimately, the Krishna consciousness means this is asraddha dhana, mrityu sansar vartmani. Again, we have to come. That means we want to cheat. Then Lord said, I am the great cheater. He will take care of. Those who are want to be become smart, Lord is there to take care of them, smart people. Not. But one thing is there. One thing one has to decide, not developing qualities, this. I want back my relationship with Lord Krishna. This is the crux actually. I forgot Lord. And I'm having separate identity. Not only separate identity, I am having separatist mentality. If we focus on this line, then definitely there is surely all good qualities comes. Anything more? Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. Grantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.